Boom. This physical reality is an illusion. The key to manifesting here is to operate from the physical, the mental, and the spiritual, incorporating all three planes of existence to reach your desired reality. This physical plane is a reflection of what is happening internally. Now, the key here is emotional conviction, a sense of feeling. The universe responds to feeling. Now, of course, you want to take physical action. You want to mentally devise a direction where you're headed. And spiritually, you want to actively maybe have your own spiritual practice, pray, focus that intention there, while simultaneously developing no attachments to this world. That is manifestation, summed up in under a minute and a half. The truth here, guys, is that I'm giving you free game. And in fact, I'm now offering free consultations. If you would like to speak to me one-on-one for spiritual guidance, sexual energy conversation, any deep dive into your life, I am offering free consultations. Email me in the description. That is vibrationworks11@gmail.com. And let's talk. Okay. So, guys, we have the mate today. Beautiful day today. And really, the topic of today's video is the emotional conviction that you need to possess in your life. Also, I do not care about the hate comments. Please drop the hate comments below about the mate. I think it's hilarious. But your emotional conviction, your baseline emotional state says a lot about where your life is headed. The truth of this reality is that you cannot fake your frequency. You can fake it to all of the other people here. You can fake it to everyone. You could fake it at the job interview. You can fake it to all your friends and family. You can do all of that. And to be fair, if you're good, you can actually make people believe that whatever frequency you possess or whatever you're talking about is real. But guess who you cannot fake it to? You cannot fake your frequency to the universe. And this is why I advise you guys so often to dive into your shadow, to do the inner work. Because to operate from a genuine frequency that has limited shame, that has a powerful presence backed by true understanding of self, by doing the work, because it takes doing the work when it comes to manifesting your desired reality. I heavily advise you to do the shadow work, okay? Now, this is going to take direct action in looking at the patterns of your life. Okay? Now, what does that look like for you? Are you experiencing some addiction to vices? Are you experiencing whatever it looks like difficulty finding a job, difficulty feeling fulfilled, guilt around sexual energy, around addiction, shame about your life, shame about your dating history, shame about how you can't attract a partner. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So look at yourself and be very honest. This is the key. Be very honest with the places you feel low frequency about, and then actively analyze and actively sit with those emotions. It's very likely that you are distracted. You need to spend more time doing nothing. You need to spend more time doing nothing. I say it again, because of how valuable it is to look at the patterns in your life, to look at what is really happening internally. Because as we stated at the beginning of this video, this physical game is an illusion. Whatever is taking place internally is being reflected outward. If you are so tied to seeing your manifestations come true and this illusion world come true, it's very likely you're not spending enough time internally. When you reach a state of doing nothing, when actually thoughts begin to sort of dissipate, to sort of slow down, because it's very likely in your day-to-day world, you are not giving ample time for your thoughts to just sort of mellow out. You probably have a lot of unfinished thoughts. And don't get me wrong, I'm not speaking from a place of being perfect here. I need to do the work too. I think that's the beautiful thing about my channel, is that I'm not approaching these videos speaking from a place of mastering my reality. I'm still working towards my vision, my goals, my internal frequency, setting the intention on upgrading and putting my mouth, putting where, I forget the exact phrase, your mouth where your money is, or whatever the case is. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm doing that by actively, you're seeing the process take place here. You're seeing the alignment happen day after day with these videos. And so, these shame frequencies are going to keep you low and likely have been for longer than you even realize. The unfortunate side of this, actually it's not unfortunate, because all in all it's a beautiful lesson here. It's a beautiful lesson, and one of the most difficult lessons to grasp is attachment in this game. But if we came into this life with all of this understanding, how much would we really be learning here? Sure, if we came into life with this understanding, there would still be difficulties because the pendulum always swings. But to be completely ignorant to all of these spiritual teachings actually brings you to be a much better student, because there has been a lot of unconscious decisions from your whole life. All these little things, your childhood, how you were affected by your parents, unconsciously affecting you, how they were destined to affect you. All of these little patterns that play into your shadow. How beautiful is it? Maybe one of the most beautiful things that you can experience in this life is to become so genuinely, authentically yourself that nothing can dim your light wherever you go. I think in terms of soul progression, what greater achievement than that? One thing I did want to mention here is that I get it that public speaking can be a large fear that many people have in this reality. But a great way to notice shame, guilt, or fear about you with your frequency. If you were to get up in front of a big room of people and just speak about what you are passionate about, what your job is, what you care about, and authentically share exactly what it is that you actually love and that you actually care about, and there is a feeling inside of you getting nervous to even do that, to even share that, you have some serious shame, guilt, and fear that has been ingrained into you for longer, maybe, than you realize. So, I know these haven't been the longest videos, guys, but trying to tie in these important subjects into quick subject matter so you don't have to sit here for too long and get what you need. So, hopefully this message finds the right ears. Peace.